This is the Prestige X70, and we are currently sitting in Port Adriano here in Mallorca. This yacht is also available for immediate delivery from Sunseeker, Mallorca. Now, the Prestige X70 is an absolute stunner from what I've seen already. And there are some not so traditional features that will definitely catch your eye. So why don't you jump on board and let me take you on a walk around tour. Starting on the swim platform, we have a great size platform here. This is hydraulic, making it very easy to drop down to launch or recover your tender. Speaking of your tender, we do have the chocks on the back here, just ready for that too. Now, coming over, we have our integrated swim steps that pop down. So when your hydraulic platform goes down, these steps unfold, making it very easy to get back on to the yacht very elegantly as well, should I say. Now, on the other side, we do have your normal swim ladder as well, but come on now, I would be using that one over there. Now, behind me, we have the access to the crew quarters as well as the engine room, which we will show you a little bit later on. But one of the standout features, not only with the integrated swing steps over here, but we also have a beach club on the back. This is absolutely gorgeous, and it makes me so excited because I love having your own little beach club on the back. So could you just imagine dropping the swim platform down a few feet into the water? You could sit back here, dangle your feet in, have your music behind you. We also have our cup holders here, but if you didn't want that, there are some cushions that go on there too to make this a complete bench on the back. This is the absolute perfect spot, and this is probably one of the spots I'll be spending most of the time. But we do need to continue on, so let's head up to the cockpit. Stepping into the cockpit, we have such a large area. As you can see behind me, we have an island sunbed. We have seating on the side if you wanted to catch that extra bit of sun on both sides there, that's there for you. And we also have a dining area here too with our fixed dining table. You can pop director's chairs around here to make it a bit more of a formal dining area. But I actually can't get over the amount of space that we have. If you move all the way forward, we have this extra spot here too. And I love that our safety gates just pop away to the side, and here's some more walk room. This is quite beautiful. Now underneath here we have some storage. This is actually a really large storage pod, and currently keeping all of our covers. Coming over, we have our wet bar with a sink, a large preparation area. We have some storage underneath, and opposite that we have a fridge. Now I'm wondering if you have noticed that we don't have any bulwarks here. Now that doesn't mean that we can't get to the bow of the boat very quickly. We absolutely can via the Flybridge, which I will show you in just a moment. But instead of our bulwarks, we do have a side boarding gate here, and we also have a spot to tie off your fenders. And there's more storage underneath there too. Stepping over to the port side, underneath our stairs, we do have even more storage underneath here, and more storage pods on the side there too. Now overall, this is quite a stunning cockpit. I especially love the detailing in the headliner here too. It's very beautiful. Now, I know you can see a little sneak peek of the interior, and it is very beautiful, but I am going to take you to the bow via the Flybridge. Come on. This is very much super yacht access to the bow. No sneak peeks yet. We have good grab rails on both sides with a few steps down to the bow. And this is quite large. The standout for me here is that we have no fixed in furniture, which means you can configure this to however you like. You can pop a couple of sunbeds here or some lounge chairs even, and still have access to your anchor system. Now, I really like this inverted window. So we have the same kind of invert coming off the Flybridge and our helm station here, which is super sexy. Now there's some more storage underneath, and here we have the escape hatch from your VIP cabin. But it is not a VIP cabin, because that is another feature that is not very traditional that I actually really like. Okay, let's step forward and speak about the anchor system, where I'm going to hand it over to Rob.
So, moving forward to the anchor system. One thing that, as Ange mentioned, this bow has no built-in furniture, which I actually like. It gives you the freedom to do what you want to do, but what it also does, it gives you great access to your anchor. Obviously, we've got some really good-sized bollards here, really nice fair leads, which means the ropes are not rubbing on your bow. I do like that a lot. Got great access to the anchor, easy to lock off, which is great, and obviously the windlass, you've got full access to it. So, you know, from an anchoring perspective, this is a simple but easy to use anchor system. So I think this is pretty well done. I'm not sure what we've got over here. So this is actually a chain locker, and we've got more storage down there. So the chain locker is back under here, and on this side we've got a heap of storage. We could put our fenders in here. We could do lots and lots of things with that. So I like that. That's actually a pretty good area, and it's got steps in it as well if you need to get down. It's also got this railing here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but this railing here, which allows you to tie your fenders off. So this is clearly designed for fenders. So you drop them down and you tie them off here, so you don't have to get down in there to grab your fender, and you just grab it from here. You've also got your winch access here, and yeah, perfect. I like that a lot. And on this side, oh wow. On this side, we've just got massive storage. This whole bow is actually open. So you've got so what you've got, it's hard to explain. I'll take some photos, hopefully. You've got your chain locker in the middle and storage both sides. So you've got like a bulkhead running through here. And this is giving you a huge amount of storage. Yeah, that's really good, because putting your fenders away and everything on a boat is always a bit of a hassle. It's always hard to find somewhere. Here, you've got as much room as you'll ever need. So with that, let's head up to the Flybridge, because it's pretty special, and I'll hand it back to Ange.
It's worth noting that we do have 2 access stairs to our Flybridge. So coming over to this side, we can access through here, but also we have a side access door that leads into the helm, which Rob will cover shortly. This Flybridge is stunning. We have so much room up here, and this here is actually freestanding. So if you wanted to remove it, you absolutely can. And to be honest, this is probably what I would be doing, because if you pop this down, you actually have so much more room out the back. This is stunning. Now, what I just popped down was the actual first entrance from the cockpit up to the Flybridge. So that just completely goes down and is flush. But have a look. So much room. We have our same type of island sunbed that was downstairs with these movable backrests. This is so nice. Moving forward, we have our very large dining table. Now this can sit 6 people. You can even pop probably 2 more chairs here to sit 8. But this is stunning, and this is also fixed. Yes, it is fixed. What a great spot to enjoy your afternoon or evening meal. We have a sunshade over top that does open up to give you extra sunlight when you want it. Our wet bar to the side here. Let's have a look at this little entertainment area. Love it. Great sink. We have our barbecue underneath. Let's see what we have. A bit of storage here. We have a ice maker on the left, and on the right, I believe there will be a fridge. That's correct. So as I always mention, the perfect spot to cater for your friends and family, having your dinner up the top here with this beautiful hard top, giving you that shade when you want, but allowing you to have that natural sunlight as well when you want. Quite stunning. Now, before we move to the helm station, I am going to give it over to Rob, but I just want you to take in how open and spacious this Flybridge is.
So up on the Flybridge, we have a really nice and clean and tidy helm station. Obviously we've got 2 twin helm chairs. These have some pretty cool backs on them. You can actually adjust this so that you're sitting up straight. They also adjust forward and they swivel. So when you're stationary on anchor or whatever, you can actually spin them around and it gives you more seating heading back into the Flybridge, which I really like. We've got an adjustable steering wheel, which is nice because you can be standing here. These do slide back and forward as well. We've got a good grab rail here, and when I'm standing here, as I always mention, we can see the anchor and see the bow quite easily. I can also judge the stern of the boat, but remember we are on a 70-foot boat, so it's pretty hard to see where the stern is. One thing I can do, I can see a bit out here, but these massive Garmin screens and the camera out the back is going to be showing me exactly what I need to see. So that's how you would be berthing, in my opinion, using the cameras. But throws in good reach, whether I'm sitting or whether I'm standing. We've got our joystick, we've got our bow thruster. As I mentioned already, 2 massive Garmin screens. They run the full house from what I understand. So by that I mean you can access it and access everything, all the controls for the yacht from the screen. There's actually one down in the Saloon as well that does the same thing, a smaller one. So we'll show you that when we go down there. But then you can configure the screens however you want. So you'd have your charts on one, your engine management, etc. on the other one, or your house, whatever you want to do. We've got our monitor here for our Volvo engines. We've got our Garmin screen here, which I'm assuming is autopilot, but I don't know. And yeah, the rest of it is pretty straightforward. Cup holders up here, as I already mentioned, good grab rails, and our switches here. The other thing that I would like to mention is over here on the starboard side, we have another settee. So your guests or family can join you on the yacht when you're underway, keep you company. It also would double, I would strongly suggest, as a fantastic sunbed and just soaking up a few rays or reading a book or whatever it may be. With that, let's head on down and have a look at this magnificent saloon. This is something pretty special and I think you're going to like it.
Stepping into this saloon, this just speaks style, elegance and comfort. I love the fact that we have one seamless transition between the cockpit and the saloon, meaning you don't have to step or worry about tripping over anywhere, and these doors open all the way back too. This is quite beautiful, and it also allows you to integrate with the people outside as well as the people sitting inside. But this saloon is absolutely gorgeous. I love the mixture of colors in here. I love the two-tone couch. Everything, just as I mentioned, just speaks style, elegance, and comfort. Now, we have a lot more space in the saloon because we don't have the bulwarks outside, meaning this is completely full beam. So allowing you to have a formal dining area here that sits 6 people, allowing you to have the sofa or the lounge opposite there. And of course, your TV, which is where Rob is filming from behind you. Another feature that I really like is that these windows are completely electric. So they slide all the way down, allowing you to have that beautiful cross breeze in the afternoon or in the evening. Rob mentioned also up in the Flybridge that we have a small Garmin screen here that also allows you to control the yacht, and that is right here. So as you can see, we have some GPS positions and speed. We can pop over to our video feed, go over to the fuel, and you can pop over to your charts as well. How cool is this little screen? That is such a nice little feature, and that makes it even more luxurious, I believe anyway. Okay, let's step forward and talk about the galley. Coming into the galley, have a look at this very beautiful detailing here. Now this is wood with some lights behind it, but that finish and that detailing is quite stunning. I hope it comes across in camera. Now the beauty of a midship galley, you have so much room. We have our Miele appliances, our American style fridge and freezer. This is absolutely humongous. We have lots of storage. Over here, a pull-out pantry with another little pull-out section. Our sink, of course. Here we have our bin, dishwasher, and as you may have already seen, we also have our TV unit up ahead, which just opens up and folds down, and you can watch your favorite game or your TV show from the saloon there. This is really pretty. All right, let's step up to the helm station where, as you guessed it, I'm going to hand it over to Rob.
So guys, come with me up into the helm because I absolutely love the helm on this. I don't know what it is exactly, but I have this love of inverted windscreens that are like commercial trawlers or explorer yachts or whatever you want to call it. I really, really like it, but I love the fact that this is just sitting right in the center of the boat and I can see everything. I've got fantastic visibility. I've got fantastic helm chairs. I've got side access to my bulwark here and to my flybridge. So literally just slide that open. I can get out onto my bulwark, out onto my front deck and up into my flybridge. I really think it's pretty well laid out, but this has got a cool feel. I really love this. This is a fantastic place for your guests to be sitting with you while you're underway, or just a place to relax. There's another one on that side, but come on, come up and let's have a look at this. Okay, so let's have a look at this dashboard. We've got 3 large Garmin screens. Obviously you can configure them however you want them, but I would have charts here. I'd have perhaps my engine over here and then the house and what's going on there, fuel, etc. Love it. I've got my engine management also down here, which is your Volvo Penta gauges. Have my throttle at easy reach. Look how comfortable this is. This is super comfortable if I'm just cruising along. I've got great access to my throttles, bow thruster, my joystick for maneuvering in the tight places. My switches are here. Now I like the positioning of these switches up the top here. That's really nice and accessible. And I've also got a set of switches here to run my Garmin screens, which I think is really cool because, as I've mentioned before in other videos, when you're underway, if you're trying to touch the screen and you're bouncing a little bit, it can be quite hard to hit the screen because you keep missing the right spot. So by having switches is, you know, a little bit easier. We've got a good grab rail here, which is nice, bit of leather covering on it as well, which I really like. We've got a cupboard down here which gives us access to various items like air conditioning and so on. We have cup holders here, and we have our steering wheel here, which I don't think is adjustable, because quite frankly, oh, it is actually adjustable. Yeah, so this steering wheel is adjustable, although I really don't think it needs to be, but it's just, yeah, really nicely done. Obviously, we have one helm chair, and that's all you need, because you've got seating over here where someone could sit back, relax, and enjoy the trip with you, or you've got the other seating over here to your starboard side. So plenty of seating up here. You only need the one helm station, I believe. We've got the bolster chair. This is like so, and then push back. It's very comfortable. Let's take a moment to sit here and imagine we're driving our brand new 70-foot yacht. I could do this quite happily. I've got fantastic access. I can see the anchor. I can see everything around me. I've got great visibility. This wraparound screen that's coming in here, yeah, okay, there's a couple of pillars in it, but it doesn't block your visibility. You've got visibility from here right through. It's really, really special. Very happy with that. Like, this is certainly a helm station I'd be happy sitting in. I like the dark hood lining. Really adds a bit of sort of, I don't know, luxury to it, or an ambience to it. Good lighting. I have two opening hatches above me here. I'm guessing that this just slides back. There you go. And I can open these hatches to get some fresh air in here, which is fantastic when I'm underway. But I've also got a shade cloth, or, well, you know, louvers. I've also got a full shade if I don't want any sun at all. So really, they've thought of everything up here. I've got speakers up here. Really, you can't ask for much more in a helm station, I don't think. This is a little bit different. You got to lift it, pull it, and sit it back. But once it's there, it works really, really well. Beautifully covered in leather. Pretty impressive. I love this helm. This is cool. Normally, when I'm on a yacht and I've got a Flybridge, I don't really see myself driving from the lower decks or the main deck helm at all. It's just the way it is. I like to be up high. But here, I could actually see myself spending quite a bit of time driving from down here. It's really comfortable. I'm still interacting with everyone. I can see right out to the stern. I've actually got better visibility here of the bow and the stern than I have from the Flybridge, which is not normal. So yeah, really, really good. And then obviously I've got cameras here as well. So yeah, I could see me spending some time here for sure. So guys, if you're enjoying this video, please give us a like, hit the subscribe button, because it really does mean the world to us. And if there's anything in particular that you really like about the boat, or if you dislike about the boat, please give us a comment and let us know. But look, with that, it's time to move on. We're going to head down to the cabins because they are pretty special and they're a different sort of configuration, especially for a 70 yacht. So come on, let's go do that.
The Prestige X70 has a split cabin layout. So to my port, there is the owner's cabin or owner's suite, and to the starboard are our guest cabins. The owner's suite is very special, so I'm going to save that for last. Let's head down to the guest cabins first. So down on the lower deck, we have 3 cabins. So our VIP suite to my left, our guest cabins to the right. But I want to take a moment to just speak about how beautiful these stairs are with the little lights coming down from underneath. Let's have a look at the VIP cabin. It is so spacious in here. Very light, very bright. I love the contrast between the lightness of the walls and the dark panels here as well. I love the headboard, which is finished in like a micro suede, and that's along the walls there too. Over here we have our makeup vanity or office area with an opening porthole. Here we have our hanging locker. And I believe there is another one behind this mirror. There is, which is currently used for storage. Let's have a look at the ensuite. On the way over to the ensuite, we have our TV system here, and I really like the stainless steel detailing in the door frame. Oh, that's pretty. Beautiful stone finish sink. Mirrors up above. Very nice shower. Of course, our toilet behind here too. This is very nice. Let's take a look at our guest cabins. We have a nice size guest cabin here with single beds, a TV opposite, really good head height, and little cabinets popped about here and storages along the side. Opening porthole too. Moving into the third guest cabin. Again, really good head height here. We have 2 single beds on the side, and if you're wondering what this is actually our steps heading down to the lower cabin. We also have lots of storage around and another TV too. And here is the shared bathroom for our minor cabins. This also acts as your day head too. Now it's time to head over to the owner's cabin. Stepping down, we're actually passing a little wine fridge here, which is lovely, and some storage on both sides. Stepping down into the owner's suite, I need to mention that I really love this feature privacy screen. It's leather as well as some stainless steel on the top, but it's just a really beautiful feature. Here we have a nice lounging area with your large windows behind you with opening portholes, makeup vanity or office area. For the astute viewers, you would have noticed that this cabin is actually forward, but it feels like a midship cabin. And that is because, as Rob mentioned when we were up on the bow, there is a very large anchor and bulkhead in the front there, which means this is sitting slightly back, giving it a midship feel. It is also full beam, so it is very, very large in here. Quite stunning. We have very large windows on both sides with opening portholes too, allowing that natural sunlight to come through. Now, I did forget to mention one thing that I really love is the detailing of the headboard here. I just love that wood detailing with the white micro suede. It gives a really beautiful contrast. Speaking of natural lighting, this is something that actually blew me away because it looks like a natural skylight, but it isn't. This is actually a light that you can turn on and off to give you the illusion of a skylight. This is super cool. Heading over to the ensuite, we have even more storage here. Large mirrors, which I love. There is a hanging locker behind me too, and even more storage down below. We have a great size ensuite here. This is beautifully fitted out. I love that we have this extra area behind here with an opening porthole, lots of mirrors, lots of storage, and I particularly love this stone finish here too. A great size shower with a bench, and we have our rain head up top too. And I did mention that we have our escape hatch up top too, also acting as a skylight. Okay, let's head upstairs. If the Prestige X70 has sparked your interest like it has ours, please contact Toby at Sunseeker Mallorca Portals, and he will be very happy to give you any information that you need. We will pop his details in the description. I'm now going to hand it over to Rob to show you the engine room as well as the crew quarters.
Okay, so we're going to show you the engine room and the crew quarters. One way to get down to the engine room is via this hatch. And this is more if you're in a hurry and you need to get down, or you can't be bothered going through the crew quarters and you just need to get down to the engine room. This is one way you can do it. But the other way is you go through the crew quarters and into the engine room. And that's the way we're going to go today. So with that, let's go. Okay, so we access our crew quarters via the steps. So first thing that we're greeted by when we come down into the cabin is actually the ensuite. We have a small vanity in here, plus we have a shower and a toilet, and that is our carbon fiber deck shower. Pretty cool feature, those. And then from there, close all that up, we come through, and on this side we have our washing machine. I wondered where that was hiding. I knew there'd be one on board. And then over here we have our sleeping quarters. So in here we have an opening porthole, a double bed, so pretty comfortable really. It's quite a decent size in here. I know it probably doesn't look it because it's got a lot of storage in here at the moment, but yeah, not a bad sized cabin. So coming out, we have our access to our engine room. Good size engine room. We've got a huge generator up there. We have all our electrical panels, etc. over here. We have our fuel tanks to starboard and to port with our fuel gauges there. I like the fact that we've got our manual fuel gauge on there. I'll go down a bit and show you that because they're pretty cool. So this is a manual fuel gauge, and you know what? It is the most accurate way to figure out how much fuel you've got. I like that, and that's on both tanks. Coming around this side, we have, it looks to me like this big white thing will be our water. I'm taking a wild guess. We've got all our switchboards behind. We have built-in fire extinguisher, which I think is just so important. And coming over here, I almost missed the most important thing. We have a huge seakeeper. Now, if you've spent any time in the Med, you'll know that stabilization is one of the biggest things and the best investment that you can make. And we have that sitting right there. So yeah, cool feature. Here we have our Volvo Penta IPS 1350s. We've got twin engines in here, and to be honest, they look like brand new. This engine room is so clean, and it's got so much headroom, which is fantastic. The IPS obviously makes it very, very easy to drive and maneuver, and that's where the joystick comes in so handy, and why you don't need a stern thruster on this boat. You only need a bow thruster because the IPS does the rest, can direction any way you want to go, and that's where you use your joystick. But overall, really nicely laid out engine room. Great access to absolutely everything. So with that, let's head back up to the saloon.
It has been an absolute pleasure to bring to you the Prestige X70. She is a stunning boat, as you can already see. Remember, if you want any more information about this yacht, contact Toby at Sunseeker Mallorca Portals. We will leave his details down below in the description. Thank you for joining us on Life Beyond the Bow. We really do enjoy bringing these stunning yachts to you. If you haven't already, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, or even drop a comment down below. But as we always say, mwah, thank you for joining us, and ciao for now. Bye.